What?
Nice.
Yeah,
You nailed that.
let's start the show.
You stay the hell away from me, you hear?
No power in the verse can stop me.
Right, so we're obviously going to start with this celebrity hacking leaked pictures scandal that we don't really... Like, there's not really too much you can say about it, but I would really like to address all of the incredible, like, ridiculous lengths people have gone to... You know the way people are saying, like, there's something about this case where... While people are in the middle of trying to find these pictures and look at these pictures, if you even hint to them that their morals might be a little bit off, then they'll just go, "You shut the hell up, fag!" And
Show me boobs!
Yeah, it's really weird. I've learned a lot about the male psyche because of this whole case, and it's really odd how people are insisting on viewing the victims as something other than victims. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
There's no way this is their fault.
Yeah, like, is the fact that they took these pictures even kind of relevant to the overall crime itself? Like, if it were a banking thing where their online banking got hacked and their credit card details were leaked, would the case be that, yeah, well, they're famous, so they should have known
it's their own
better
fault
than
for having
to...
a credit card.
Yeah, they should have thought about that before they tried to make their life easier, the idiots. Like, it's obviously not the same kind of analogy. It's really hard to create the same kind of analogy, but it is just, it's the pictures that they took. That's a thing that people do in real life, whether or not you do it, you know someone who does it, or you are willing to admit that you do it. It's a thing that a lot of people do in real life, and they have the same rights as everybody else, and the fact that they're famous doesn't compromise that when they were using what they believed to be the best security available to them, which was hacked. And some people found pictures that were deleted years ago, so that's really sort of a testament to how, you know, badly people wanted these pictures and how bigger the crime was, I suppose.
I think, can we just assume that the guy who did it was a massive creep? Like, he held on to these pictures for years and then decided to...
Have you heard of the, like, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but have you heard of what it's, like, people have been saying it's about? That it's not just one individual. There's been a group of people that have been doing it for years, and they basically...
What, they came together?
No, they've basically been doing it for years. Started off with one person, and they don't release the pictures at all. They just get the pictures and they just share it with each other. To get into the group, you have to hack someone and then give the pictors
right.
to the group.
So
that's your gift to them, and you're into the group. They reckon it's that, but they reckon someone's just got hold of the pictures and just started chucking them out. Then you got a couple of others at the same time that thought, I can make some money off of this, and started chucking out the pictures they've all got.
I don't know. Like, what I think is that it was something to do with, like, I don't know, maybe the VMAs or something, where, you know, a bunch of celebrities congregate in one place and they're all connected to the same Wi-Fi system or something. But to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about hacking or how hacking works, but as far as I understand it, all they had to do was
hack the iCloud, wasn't it?
the iCloud. They just flooded it with passwords, and it didn't have a backup system to say, like, to block people getting in beyond that. It just broke down the easiest way
It's
possible.
bad security from Apple, but there's also no way they can have known anything that's going on. And the what was I going to say? It's not the, like, people saying Apple are stupid, they've let this happen, but the celebrities didn't have a clue what was going on, because not many people know that every single picture you take goes onto iCloud.
Yeah, a lot of them were being deleted for years.
It's very, very easy to delete stuff off iCloud, but people don't know it's there in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I think I read a stat once that if you were to read every single piece of terms and conditions that you're presented with on like a yearly basis, it would take up literally months. Like it's So reading the terms and conditions, you can definitely forgive someone for not being willing to do that, but when you're famous and you're doing stuff like this, like, it's not a crime to expect that basic levels of privacy and security are being met so that you won't get hacked in this way. Like, it is in no way Jennifer Lawrence's fault. And
I just think it's an age thing. Like, a lot of people saying that maybe they shouldn't have taken the pictures in the first place have been people of a different generation.
Yeah.
All these
People
girls
don't know
of
that it
like
actually goes on,
20-somethings, early 20s, they like Snapchat is a thing that exists now where you can take an instant image, mostly of tits, and just send it to someone.
Mine's
Yeah,
usually food.
Just because they're famous doesn't mean they're not doing those things.
Plus, if anything, they're more likely to do it because these are people in committed relationships who are constantly on the road or they're constantly apart.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that people do. It has people in a frenzy, and I think a lot of the sort of accusations I see coming from the male psyche of things just tend to be like, it seems as if women are just not allowed to do that. Like, like, people don't want an image in their head of women being like that because they're not either they're not doing it for them or whatever, or else it's totally okay that their pictures were leaked because, well, they're just sluts anyway. Like, that's what, because a lot of the people I've seen defending it, or not defending the hacking as such but blaming the victims, a lot of people I've seen doing that are the same people who advocate freedom for Hunter Moore, because who is the guy who owns that revenge porn website, and he puts up pictures of girls who have posed naked, and his whole ideology behind it is that, well, they're sluts anyway, therefore they're not people, so they deserve this to happen to them. And a lot of people have bought into that in the internet era, I think. But I think it's a trait that is something that young males bear. Like, I think it's a young person thing that just they don't understand how, like, I
don't think they understand words. Like, they just throw around words like it's sort of, I don't know. I mean,
I think people aren't justifying the hacking; they're just justifying it being leaked. But there is no difference between hacking a celebrity's thing and hacking some 17, 18-year-old girls one and putting up the same pictures. It's just as wrong.
Yeah.
But people are justifying it because it's a celebrity.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
Because they've got loads of money. But that's got
it's like they should be expecting this.
Yeah, I've seen so many people say, oh, well, they'll look at their bank balance and then all will be okay. Like, no, that's not. They're still entitled to feel angry and like as if their rights have been breached because that's what happened. Like, it's really stupid. I saw one tweet from David Wong, or at least it was David Wong on his Twitter account for John Dies at the End, which I don't know who actually runs that account, so I won't say that it was him.
Probably not someone called John.
Yeah, but that account tweeted saying, this is just, if all of these women were appeared naked in independent films, no one would care this much. The fact is that their rights have been breached, and it's like a pseudo rape fantasy were the words that he used. And I thought about that for a long time, and I was like, that's really interesting, because a lot of this, like, Rihanna's naked pictures leaked 5 years ago maybe, and people.
But she's been constantly naked since then.
Yeah,
like,
but people still want to see it all the time.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, why is that? Because her video for, was it Pour It Up or one of those songs, where she was basically just stripping throughout the video, and she doesn't actually explicitly get naked in the video, but people watch that and they're like, oh, this is so hot. But it's like, you've already seen her naked, so why do you want to see this again? Which just got me thinking about how the male psyche unravels itself in this type of thing. It's not actually the fact that you're seeing them naked. That's not what you like. What you like is that you're seeing it and it's wrong and it's illegal.
Yeah, it's a fantasy.
The other way is that it's I think it's because it's so personal. Like, a few of the girls that are on that list, a few of the women that have been, the pictures have been leaked, they've done like nude in films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they see a picture from someone's phone and it's that much more personal and it's that much more wrong, and that's why they like it.
And is that not? Does that, like, that's so sinister and scary. Like, that actually scares me a little.
It's really creepy. Yeah.
But it's not really something people do. It goes on in their head, but they don't think about doing that.
Yeah, they
that's
don't
just
do
the way
it
it is.
consciously.
Yeah.
And what's interesting as well is that Reddit and 4chan, two completely polar opposite communities who both ordinarily hate each other, have worked so hard to collaborate on getting these pictures out to as many people as possible. They've been like actively instructing everybody to save these pictures at every opportunity, put them on file sites like Dropbox and MediaShare and whatever, like all of these places where they can all collectively go and view them and stuff. And then there's a subreddit for it, and in order to kind of excuse themselves, or in a quest for redemption or something, they've decided to donate money to a charity dedicated one of Jennifer Lawrence's.
Oh really?
Yeah, one of Jennifer Lawrence's charities that she was an advocate for or spoke out in favor of, or something like that. It was a prostate cancer charity. I don't know where they got the idea that it was a Jennifer Lawrence associated one, but they all got a lot of money. I don't know how much it was, but they went to donate it to the prostate cancer charity, and they just rejected the money and sent it back.
Sent it back, didn't they?
Yeah, but the whole reason that they've done that is because Reddit has this sort of it has this.
It's nothing. It's not our fault.
Yeah,
we're just participating.
The website itself has a reputation for being a unifying and very conscious of global problems and very progressive and very humanitarian, and they obviously just felt like, yeah, shit, our idol Jennifer Lawrence is actually really mad at us for this, so let's do something for her.
Yeah.
I think it's fair that the charity rejected the money, because they are doing it out of some inner guilt that isn't really legitimate.
It's just guilt, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very similar to the thing the other day. Like, I saw there was this Starbucks in America where they were doing a pass it on thing, like someone paid for 2 coffees even though they needed 1, and each customer that came past already had their coffee paid for, but they paid for the next one, sort of thing. And it went on for like 400-500 times, but then some bloke went along and just went, no, I'm not paying for it just because I feel guilty.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. It's the whole guilt thing.
Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, it's, well, like, I've done something wrong, so I'll do something else to make it right, which I guess isn't actually a bad way to live. But in this instance, I think the broader spectrum of what they've actually done is inherently
much worse than most sort of guilt things.
And it's creepy, and it's really sinister, and when you actually break it down and think about it, it's really, really just kind of just...
Because I think in that, I would never... what gain have they made from this?
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what I want. That's why I said that whole Rihanna thing about how people still want to see her in promiscuous situations or compromising positions, and it's because of the fact itself. It's not the content; it's the act of it. It's what it is. It's the getting them illegally, and it's like that's what it is. That's primarily what it is, and I think a lot of people don't consciously realize that that's what it is, but it is the act of doing it. It's illegal and it's wrong, and it hurts the victim a lot more than people probably consider when they do it.
But is that no different than robbing a bank? What is the difference between that and robbing a bank?
Robbing a bank is a victimless crime.
Right.
No, you're right, yeah, no. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
I kind of get that.
Yeah. But I just don't, I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it? You're you know, you think you're not hurting anyone. I mean, presumably that's why they're doing it, isn't it? That they feel as though
they don't think like it's because it's not someone they know. They don't have any guilt about it. They don't think they're hurting anyone.
I think the excuse of well, they shouldn't have been taking those pictures in the first place, so it's their fault, is the exact same thing as saying, well, she deserved to be raped because she was wearing a really short skirt. Like, that's what it seems like to me. Yeah. It's excusing the part of your brain that wants to do disgusting things. Like, that's what I think that it is. And obviously I'm not comparing this to actual rape. I'm just saying that it's the same type of excuse that you're making for it.
I mean, there's no justification for either.
No, exactly, yeah. And it is wrong, and it's not the victim's fault. Like, it's the criminal's fault. It's the hacker's fault. And to a degree, it's also probably Apple's fault, but they'll never get in trouble for it because, oh my god, Apple, best
no, it is because their security also is bad, but it isn't because people just weren't aware that everything goes onto iCloud.
Yeah.
They sign up to
I think
iCloud.
Even if the security had been a little bit better,
they still would have got it.
Found a way to hack. Yeah, exactly.
Anything can get hacked. Anything with logins can get hacked.
Yeah.
That's the end of that.
I need to delete a few pictures. I'll be back in a sec. But yeah, the whole thing is crazy, and the reaction from the internet has been crazy, and really like not what I was expecting would happen. Like it's one of those things that would be. I think the reaction from the people involved in directly or indirectly in the spread of these pictures has been the type of reaction that satirists would write about in some book or some TV show. And you would look at it and go, well, there's no way humans would actually react like that because that's vile and everything. But people actually have gone this insane over it.
Was the pictures and all that linked into your timeline at any point? I don't think it was on mine. I don't think
pictures.
It was ever... Yeah, like
I saw a couple.
The people I follow, I don't think anybody linked it into my timeline. Obviously, I'm not saying I didn't see them. But I'm saying I don't think anybody that I followed genuinely actually linked them.
I saw them that night when I saw a couple on Twitter, and then I saw loads of people talking about it. So I went into Reddit, and it was just kind of all over it.
Yeah, I don't know how many people from the FIFA community that you guys follow, but I think the age demographic and things in that community is a little bit different, and those pictures were all over my timeline. Literally, like every second tweet was someone retweeting a picture of Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence was like the first one that got compromised or leaked or whatever. And I swear to God, like if you were to look at my timeline, you wouldn't believe it. So many people got suspended as well, and it was just mental. Like,
to be honest, you're the only person I follow from the FIFA community, and it's not even because I know you're from FIFA anyway.
Yeah, same as me. But I follow like a few, like obviously Docs and Net because I know them.
Yeah.
But I don't think either of them would be tweeting pictures of Jennifer Lawrence.
The only reason I even clicked on Jennifer Lawrence when it was trending was because I thought she was dead or something. Like, she immediately shot out of nowhere, and it was all to do with, like, I don't know what the trend was at the time. Ebola.
It was just there was nothing about it on Facebook at all. I didn't see anyone even talking about it.
Yeah, because Facebook is now like 50-year-olds taking pictures of their cats and doing ice bucket challenges.
Or people being beheaded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that comes up every now and then, doesn't it?
That's so frequent on Facebook, man. I can't believe it. Like, I remember the first time I saw one of them was about a year and a half ago.
Really?
Yeah, man. And I was just...
I've been seeing them for years.
Yeah, I knew they were there.
Who are you friends with on Facebook?
I think I'm so insensitised by it now that I'm past it kind of thing. It doesn't really shock me anymore.
Did you try and say desensitized there?
I said something. I said word. I haven't really decided which one yet.
I love Watch.
I love Watch.
I like how you did actually use the title "Running Out of Brain."
Yeah, obviously. By the way, a quick little update for all you guys who were looking for episode 22, but it's not available on mobile. We got hit with a copyright claim from Run DMC because I used their track at the end of my video because I'm an idiot and I thought I could get away with it. But it's currently
it's like that,
and that's the way it is. But it's only available on PC right now. So if you want to watch it there, you can go on your computer and do it. But if you want to listen to it on mobile, if you go to the episode itself, in the description there's a link to the SoundCloud page where you can listen to it. Also, if you're on a PC, you can go to the SoundCloud page and download it and put it on your phone so you can listen to it without streaming it. Basically giving the episode away for free because Run DMC have claimed it as theirs anyway. So it's like that, and that's the way it is.
I believe they're going to start using "I Love Watch" as some of their lyrics.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, look for the new album, "Running Out of Brain."
That's a badass album title, in fairness.
That is.
That is.
So should we talk about some weird facts about celebrities, seeing as how celebrity, the whole idea of the celebrity is what's sort of dominating the news right now, and their role in society and what they deserve and what they don't deserve as judged by teenagers on the internet, teenagers on the internet.
They don't really deserve anything. I don't think so.
Celebrities?
No. I can understand why they're in the spotlight, but some of the stuff that does get talked about and stuff like that, I just think it's just not fair on them at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is the worst thing about being famous.
Yeah, when you sign up for it, you know the part of the parcel is going to be your life becomes a lot more inconvenient than it was before on a social level, and that's why.
I don't think the media picks certain people.
Oh yeah, they definitely target people for sure.
Because like some high profile celebrities are hardly bothered at all, are they? If you think about it.
Well, there are
Like-
ones who stay out of the limelight. Like I think guys like Cillian Murphy, like he's just, I don't know why I picked him. He was the first one that came to my mind. But he's been in Batman. He's been in 28 Days Later. Like he's a serious big actor, you know. But you don't know
Yeah.
anything about him because he doesn't like being in the limelight at all, and he stays out of it. But I'd say he's probably at the level where he could afford to do that. Like he's
Like nobody's taken pictures of Steve Buscemi at the beach, are they?
no, that's true. Yeah.
Why not? To be fair, like I would look at those pictures.
You'd hack that.
Yeah.
Society isn't offended at the idea of a man not wearing a lot of clothes.
It
That is
isn't
true.
actually. There's nothing. Yeah, people don't care about that sort of thing.
No, it's only when women do it because women.
The,
aren't
wor-
allowed
the
to
worst
do it.
the worst thing is Katy Perry wasn't on the list.
Oh,
No,
dear.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack, you can't be saying things like that.
He's
What?
right, but I mean, Jack. Gross.
I can't be the only one that thought that.
I
No.
don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we got to delete those pictures.
Speaking of Steve Buscemi, did you know that he spent his early days as a New York City firefighter?
That is seamless.
I did.
Seamless
I did the same
transition.
thing as you.
Thank you. Yeah, he was a fireman, and then since then, I believe he's appeared in every movie in the
That's
last
ever existed.
40 years. If you look at his his filmography on IMDb, if you look at his discography, he has released a hell of a lot of albums, guys.
He's done some.
Yeah, he's released
See-
no songs, just all silent.
He used to be a bit
albums.
underground, but now it's more sort of mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But after when 9/11 happened, he went to Ground Zero and like properly helped with whatever had to be done there. I don't know if he specifically went through the rubble or whatever, but he did do like a lot of voluntary firefighter work around that time and refused any media interviews or publicity or anything for it, which I think is pretty badass.
Maybe he just did some like Con Air impressions just to pick up the spirits of the firefighters and stuff like that.
I don't think that would pick up any spirits.
Yeah.
Like he was a fucking creep in that movie.
Maybe
Yeah.
he did that song.
He's got the
I got the
whole.
whole just linking arms to the firefighters, just singing that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't he have like a little he hung out with a little girl in the swimming pool? Isn't that?
Yeah, in Con Air. Yeah,
That was a really weird scene in that movie.
before
Yeah.
they left to go towards
was really
Arizona, or Nevada.
Yeah.
I was about to say I don't want to spoiler it, but that film's so old now I don't even care. It's like
Plus, that's not really a spoiler because it doesn't have
no,
any
no, no.
effect
But when
whatsoever on it.
when it sort of cut and they was flying away, I was so glad to see it cut back to her and she was still alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean with that.
If they
yeah.
didn't cut back to that at all, I would have, yeah.
Yeah.
Because weirdly
Do any
enough,
of you watch Boardwalk Empire these in?
no,
No.
I haven't seen it. It's right up my street as well. Like I love gangster stuff. I know Scorsese did the first episode of it.
They did, yeah.
The cast is solid, but I never got around to it. I never had Sky Atlantic at the time,
No.
and when it first came out, I had no interest in pirating anything. So I never watched it. How many seasons in is it now? 4? Or something?
4 seasons in.
I mean, it's supposed to be amazing, but I've never,
it is
I've
really
never,
good.
I've
I've
never
watched
bothered
every
with it.
single episode. It's really, really good.
Yeah, well, when they put it on Netflix, we'll talk.
Yeah. I saw
What
a
is
thing
that,
earlier
the
saying
Swedish
about.
Netflix or whatever.
Nah, I don't. It might actually be. I'll look into that.
I saw a thing earlier about watching shows together on the podcast.
What?
Oh yeah, I did
Someone-
see that. Somebody
Somebody
said
said,
we should watch a show together on the podcast and then sort of comment on it.
Oh yeah, no. What that would be we all get in a Skype call, right? And I set my computer to live stream, so it live streams our audio. And what we do is we pick a movie to watch. So we watch that on a separate screen, but we all synchronize it so that we're all watching it at the exact same time. And our live reactions are what people hear, but we say what movie it is, so everyone else watching can start it at the exact same time. So we
That's quite
all
cool.
watch it and we all comment on it while it happens.
That would be pretty cool. Actually,
I think
yeah.
it would be awesome. Yeah, a YouTuber called Woody's Gamertag used to do it, and it's,
even I know that name.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. I'd like to do that, but right now it's probably just going to be a logistical nightmare to get it done because my computer's not good enough. But I think when I get
And
my new
Net-
computer and
Netflix took up off, so I've
Alright.
really got nothing else to watch on that.
I don't think that
Oh, that's it over then. We're never gonna do it, are we?
we're never
No.
going to hear Jack crying live on a podcast.
I've never actually seen Up. But presumably
Fuck
the old
you.
guy falls out of the blimp or whatever it is.
That's what
The
happens.
blimp.
Yeah.
Blimp.
And then he becomes a blimp in midair. It's a magical story about it.
Yeah.
Any of you guys got some weird celebrity facts for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one in there. Despite owning the world's third largest beef farm, Russell Crowe is actually allergic to beets. He could die if he touches one.
Oh,
Yeah,
for fuck's
so-
sake. I knew something's going to come up the fucking beet farm.
Yeah. So that's another weird Russell Crowe fact. I mean,
So how does he?
the guy's a maniac, really, isn't he?
He is, yeah. How does he operate? Does he get the colossal twats to?
He gets his band, the Colossal Twats. He gets them on it.
Oh, that's interesting. I
They
never.
each have operate a beat part of the farm. I don't.
You're trying to justify this fact now, aren't you? You're trying
The
to.
problem is I don't know enough about beet farming,
Do you not?
really. But all these facts are true. So
There's one of the music videos for Russell Crowe and the Colossal Twats is when it starts off like it transitions nicely from a dark screen into this beet farm landscape,
yeah,
and one of the
very
guys
barren.
one of the
yeah.
guys walks over and picks up a live beet, and Russell Crowe just shouts at him and goes, "Hey, drop a beat!" And then he drops the beat, and then the song
drops the
starts.
beat, yeah, and then the song starts. No, you're right. Yeah. It's got over 3,000 views on YouTube. It's a big hit. It's one of their big numbers. Yeah.
I just saw a thing saying, what's his name? Mark Wahlberg only served 45 days in jail for an unprovoked, racially motivated attack in 1988
Yeah, against
That-
two Vietnamese kids. I
that
think.
left one of two victims blind.
Yeah, one of them was blinded. He was a little bit of a cunt back in the day, but he was
Back in the
white
day.
and successful. Therefore, he was let go after. And plus, it was only Vietnamese people that he abused. So the system works at the end of the day.
Plus, he was probably back then. He was known as Marky Mark, wasn't he?
Yeah, Marky Mark and
So
the
they
Funky
probably
Bunch.
like, oh, Marky Mark. He couldn't do anything wrong.
I'm gonna end this episode with "Good Vibrations" by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Like, fuck it, I want the copyright claim.
Yeah.
I want them to
Yeah.
know about this.
That'd be a badge of honor.
Yeah. That's a great song though.
There's a good song. Yeah.
There's a great line in it where he goes, Donnie D's on the backup, drug free, so put the crack up. The fuck does that mean?
I have no
What
idea.
does any of that mean? If he's drug free, why are you putting the crack up? Are you putting it on the top shelf, like up there, so that he can't reach it? Like, what is going on here? I don't get it. It's a strange time, and it's all very confusing. But speaking of subpar musicians, Kesha has an
Oh my God.
IQ of 140 and scored 1500 on her SATs. She's also a history nerd, as far as I know. And
That is impossible, isn't it? That's not.
see, I thought, like, I've read about all of this before. I've read about Kesha and her massive brain or massive intelligence span or whatever, and I just read it and thought, well, that's bullshit, isn't it? Because why would someone so clever make such awful music and comprise...
She can't even spell TikTok.
That's right, yeah.
Even I can spell that.
Well, that was because she woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, so she wrote things as he would write them.
Yeah, she inhabited the role of P Diddy
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
or Puff Daddy. What does he go by now?
I think he's just Sean Combs now.
It's not Snoop
Yeah.
Lion now, is he?
Snoop Lion.
Snoop Diddy.
Yeah, Snoop Diddy. Yeah.
No, he's just Diddy now. Diddy Dirty Money.
Oh, he is just Diddy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Soon he'll just be Die, and then
Soon he'll be dead.
Soon he'll be dead.
A Diddy is dead.
a Diddy has died.
By the way,
Well-
that's what we're gonna end the episode with today, is you saying a woman is dead or something.
Yeah.
News.
But
Newsflash: a woman is dead.
yeah, fucking Kesha and her IQ. Are you impressed by that, or do you think, like, is she playing a game where she understands that the industry is the way that it is, and therefore she acts the way that she acts because she knows that there was a
She
gap in
knows.
the market for promiscuous women who look like they've fallen out of that thing.
I
in the
think she's
Matrix
doing
that-
whatever she's doing it deliberately, isn't she?
She has
Yes.
to be, yeah.
Yeah.
She knows what's gonna sell records.
Yeah.
And
I think
being-
people like Ariana Grande and people who are made into pop stars from like the age of 12 probably don't have a clue about anything, but they've been trained to be a certain way. Therefore, whereas I think Kesha, like, she came along at what, 24, 25?
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing, and she got into it. She got into it for that reason.
Yeah, I think so too. Ariana Grande has an amazing voice, by the way.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Like, she's a really, really good singer. But have you ever noticed? I don't know how many of her songs that you guys will have listened to. I have listened to more than I'm willing to admit. But
maybe 3. I know.
Have you listened to Break Free?
No.
Well, just listen to it and try and figure out what the fuck she's saying in any of the verses. It's really, really difficult to know what she's on about.
Is she breaking free?
Well, the chorus is that. The video is really cool. It's like set in space and stuff, and I dig space and all. So that's what that is. But it's really difficult to understand a fucking word she's saying.
She's one of those Nickelodeon stars, aren't they? They just breed them.
I think
so. They have a factory in Nickelodeon or wherever that is. Because there's loads of them there, aren't there? There's fucking loads.
There are, yeah. Do you have another? Jack, do you have any facts?
Do I what?
Do you have any facts to tell us?
Is this all the the research I put in before?
Yeah.
No, this is where we sent you links on Skype and you didn't click on them.
Oh yes, it's because I found a Play on Football Manager called Bellend.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah.
Right, Nicolas Cage owned a pet octopus.
Because
that's
that sounds like it could be made up.
No,
that definitely sounds like one of the Russell Crowe.
This is on Cracked. This is on Cracked. This is true.
Oh, then it's real.
Yeah,
it's definitely real.
He claims studying its movements helped him with acting.
That sounds like one of thing to say.
Yeah, I now believe it.
Sounds like one of Lucemore's facts.
Yeah. No, it sounded bullshit before, but now it sounds proper. Fucking makes perfect sense. Studying its movement. Do you reckon Nicolas Cage definitely plays up to his reputation, doesn't he?
Yeah.
We've
said this before. He's not even from the South. Like, he interviews like he's from Louisiana or wherever. He's not. He was born in California. He's not some weird, back street, back road idiot. He's a fucking,
Do you know?
Well, he's a Coppola, isn't he? He's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola. Is that a thing, or did I just make that up?
Sounds plausible. But you might be thinking of Nick Cage, the other guy, because he was in The Godfather. And Francis directed that.
I don't know.
Johnny Depp only became an actor because Nicolas Cage told him to become an actor.
Is that real?
Yeah, he used to be a musician. He actually played slide guitar on Oasis's one of their songs. I think it might have been Fading Out, or it could have been Fade Away. I think it was on Fade Away. It was a B-side. I think Johnny Depp played guitar on that. But he has like experience of being a musician, and I think he met Nicolas Cage back in the late 80s maybe, or maybe the early 90s, and Nicolas Cage was like, you should become an actor, and then he decided to do it. So fuck you, Nicolas Cage, for inflicting Johnny Depp.
Who was one of the main ones in Star Wars? Well, I can't remember his name.
Mark Hamill. Harrison Ford.
He got the
Billy D. Williams.
He got the part in Star Wars because they asked him to read lines with someone who was auditioning for another part because he was just standing around.
Well, that's not technically true, because he was in American Graffiti, wasn't he?
He was, yeah, but I think he made friends with George Lucas on American Graffiti, and at the time, I think this is the story, so this is a Midnight Hour story, it's sourceless, and it's probably not true, but I think that's true.
There's about 10% of it is probably true, the rest of it is just...
Yeah.
His name is actually Harrison Ford, that's probably...
Yeah, his name is Harrison Ford, and
he is actually
an actor.
not true. No, I think he made friends with George Lucas after American Graffiti, and while in the audition room or something like that for Star Wars A New Hope, Harrison Ford was fitting a door or doing some piece of handiwork.
Yeah, something about a door.
I think he was fitting a door, and the other guy came in to read lines, and Harrison Ford was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And then George Lucas was like, that's it, we're looking at our new Fallout Boy. That's what I'd be saying to you if you were...
he was doing carpentry, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's
carpentry, right. Not carpentry. That doesn't make it a carpentry.
Carpets don't grow on trees.
Yeah. That, you know, the old famous carpentry. No, yeah, and he was doing that, and then but I think he was he was hired to read lines. He was like a line reader, if that's the correct terminology, which I don't think it is. But yeah, and he read with, I think it was Carrie Fisher, wasn't it? And then they realised that they had amazing chemistry. I think.
Maybe, yeah. Carrie Fisher was one of the best actors in that show, I thought, or in that series.
In that show.
She didn't really do a whole lot to show off her acting in the first one. I think she had a problem with that or something.
Yeah, and the fact that George Lucas told her that she couldn't wear a bra, that was a thing, wasn't it?
I think that's made up, that fact.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's one. I remember reading it. It's like George Lucas said to her, "Don't wear any underwear," and then she said, "Why?" And he was like, "Because you're in space and people in space don't," or something stupid. But I don't think. I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think the first movie she wasn't great. Or well, but the Empire Strikes Back was just genius.
I have another fact, right? And you know Chris Hemsworth.
Not personally, but yes, go on.
Yeah, the guy who plays Thor.
Yeah.
He was actually on Home and Away when he first. He was on Home and Away. That's where he first started. He's an Australian actor. He was on the Australian soap Home and Away, and the first time he auditioned for it, he got rejected. Which I think
but isn't
is
that
awesome.
the case of most Australian stars? They're either on Home and Away or
not enough. All the ones who are on Home and Away, I know them all. I actually watched a movie the other day called Red Dawn. It was the remake of the Patrick Swayze one from the 80s.
That's got one of the that's Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is in it, and so is Isabel Lucas, who played Tasha on Home and Away.
That's another thing why I like it, because it's terrible.
It's so bad, but it's so good. That's what I said. Like I tweeted my mate straight after I watched it, because he's a fellow Home and Away fanatic like me, and I was just like, mate, you need to watch this movie. It's got Tasha and Kim from Home and Away, and it's like the worst movie in the world, but also it's the best movie in the world. There's so many scenes in it where, like, so many emotionally intense scenes where I just burst out laughing because the quality was so fucking poor. Like, awful movie, but so good. I really, really enjoyed it. Everyone should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called Red Dawn, and it's a remake of the 1980s Patrick Swayze movie.
That had what's his name in it as well, didn't it? Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, in the original, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, no, he wasn't in the one that I watched.
I've never actually seen the original, but it's
oh, you should watch the
I'm
original.
just looking at the IMDb ratings, and both have a rating of 5. Well, 5 and then 6. So apparently not that great according to IMDb.
Yeah, but what does IMDb know?
They know
IMDb is all
nothing.
like, oh, it's not in space, therefore it's shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything. There are some awful, like, it's a bad movie, you know, but if you go into it knowing that, I think it's because the budget is really high, so, you know, it's not like you're watching, you know, it's not, I don't know, it's a palpable kind of shit, you know, it's the type of bad movie where you know that they've actually made an effort. And
It's watchable shit, is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. I had that with, what's that fucking movie with, is it Battleship?
Oh, with Rihanna in it?
Yeah, it's so bad.
I haven't
But
seen
I've watched
it.
that movie twice. However, I don't know why I've watched it twice, but I've watched it twice. I watched it the first time and then thought, this is so shit, I'm watching it again. For some reason. But yeah, it's bad, but it's so bad it's good.
I haven't seen it, but I'd like to see, not that, but I'd like to see Pacific Rim, which looks like a sort of good version of that.
Yeah, Pacific Rim is actually entertaining.
Yeah.
It is kind of, like, it's got really shitty bits in it, but mostly it's really good.
Who's your man who directed it? Is it Guillermo del Toro?
Guillermo, yeah.
Yeah, so then that's how you know that it's a good movie. Even
Yeah.
if it isn't, you know, even if it isn't that good, it's got to be good.
It's kind of got that campy sort of Hellboy thing going on about it,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, it's good. It's really good.
I once bought a DVD, like a triple, you know, when you buy a DVD case that has 3 different movies in it.
Yeah.
And one of them was Resident Evil Apocalypse, one of them was Hellboy, and the other was The Punisher. You know that Punisher movie with John Travolta in it?
No.
Nope.
Has it got the guy from... No, it's not Christopher Lambert, is it? Who am I thinking of? Who's played the Punisher?
Oh, I can't remember his name. He's Jason something, I think, maybe. No, I can't remember. It wasn't Dolph Lundgren, so
Yeah.
he played the original Punisher.
Did he?
Yeah, he was driving around in the sewer on a motorbike. It was a fucking cool movie, but you couldn't watch it nowadays.
Oh, it's Thomas Jane. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Why did I think he was? He kind of looks like Christopher Lambert, I
No.
guess, from the guy from Highlander.
That movie is dire, but again, it has some amazing scenes that make, like, there's one scene where, and this isn't a spoiler because it happens in the first 15 minutes and it's the whole story of the Punisher, so you know it's a spoiler as much as me telling you that Clark Kent is Superman. So the first scene happens. Yeah, I know. But his whole family is killed and he's really mad and he's about to go embark on his revenge adventure, and he's leaving Puerto Rico, and this guy says to him, like, "May God be with you," and the Punisher turns around and looks at him and goes, with a whole completely serious face, with no canned laughter, "God's gonna sit this one out." And it's just it's the worst. It's just terrible. It's awful.
It's not another impression of me that did.
No, I didn't say God's gonna sit this one out, innit?
You did
What?
Family. Simon Cowell was once a runner on The Shining.
Yeah, that's right. He polished Jack Nicholson's cock.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, he polished the axe, didn't
He polished the axe. That I
he?
don't know
I just
why.
wanted to clear that up.
I don't know why I said that. I just have that really funny image in my head of someone telling Simon Cowell to suck them off instead of it being the other way around, which we all know that it obviously is.
I like the fact that it's Jack Nicholson as well. Like, because Simon Cowell would obviously do it if Jack Nicholson asked.
You gave him the eyes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Have you guys seen that Divergent movie?
With
No.
that girl who's gonna be huge, whose name I never remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, Shine Woodley, is it, or something like that?
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like
That's
a
what was going through my
diamond.
head. Shine bright.
Yeah,
like
is
a
that a fucking
diamond?
name? I don't know. She was in that Spectacular Now, El.
Oh, that woman.
Isn't she in Divergent?
I don't know. I just asked had you seen it.
Yeah, it's kind of gone out of hand, this one.
Yeah. I just wanted a simple yes or no answer for
Yeah.
fuck's
Then the answer is no.
This episode, like, is, you know, like, we're just talking about movies, even though I'm trying to make a topic out of it and I just can't do it because it's like movie talk.
I mean, I can come at you with another Russell Crowe fact. If
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
let's do it.
Yes,
That's what we
yes,
need
do
right
it,
now.
do it.
Russell Crowe only has one nipple. He lost the other one in a bet with Barry Manilow. Yeah.
God. I'm so happy you used Barry Manilow.
yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what kind of bet. I mean, you know.
Probably one
Who
involving
knows?
a nipple.
I got these facts off IMDb. Very vague. I mean, I try and go in depth with them, but
Yeah, that's the
just-
problem with that website.
Yeah, not enough information. So, yeah.
I'm glad you shared.
Well, you know, I'm doing a service. I mean, the people asked for Russell Crowe facts. That's what I heard anyway.
Ashton Kutcher studied biochemical engineering.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He was a guy in that '70s show. He's a fucking moron. He can't do anything.
I have a way better fact than that terrible one Jack just said. You know, Mila Kunis, when she was on that '70s show, she was actually 14 or maybe 16, but she lied about her age to get on it.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And
Did
when they found out about it, they were like,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
You're hot.
Because I don't think at that point they really cared, because she was kind of the reason anyone tuned in anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just literally, as you said that, a fact about Mila Kunis came up. She
Is
was
it
she was
Mila
born
or
in
Mila?
southwest Mila.
Mila.
Oh.
It's
I
Mila.
was saying
Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
It's Mila Kunis.
Potato,
I'll say what I
potato.
want. I'll say what I want.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. She was born. She was born in southwest Ukraine.
Yeah.
Spoke no English till she was 7.
I knew that. You
Yeah,
can
from
tell
the
by
old
looking at her.
Soviet Union.
Yeah, she's got that kind of Eastern European look about her a bit, isn't she?
Yeah. She's very nice to look at, though.
Rihanna was actually in the army.
I thought you was going to say she was Eastern European as well.
No,
She was not, was she?
What,
Yeah, she
Jamaica?
was-
Did Jamaica even have an army?
Barbadian.
Barbados. But
That's
here's
racist.
why she wasn't, right? Because
Sorry.
when she was 16 or 15, that song Ponder Replay came out, and she was the one who sang it. So when did she have time to join the army?
Whenever she fucking wanted.
Is she not? Is it one of those things where she has like an honorary position
What a
in the
great
army?
answer.
No, it says Rihanna was an army cadet. Oh, cadet.
Cadet, there you go.
Was she 15 when Ponder Replay came out?
Or 16, yeah. I think
Yeah, she
she's
was a
only
cadet.
26 now,
Something like that.
or 25 now, or something.
She seems like she's much older.
She's the same age as me. I've definitely got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Britney Spears is only like 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
Which is also mind-boggling.
But it's weird because she's actually 42, but she's only 30 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Jack Nicholson's sister was actually his mother, and his parents were actually his grandparents.
Yeah, that's one of those stories that is definitely true.
It's nice because his mum wanted a dancing crew or something, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this one.
That's mad. How did you know? Do you just know facts about everyone named Jack? Because that's
Yeah, kind of. I just go on Google.
No,
I just
that
go
one-
on
that's
Google
more now.
sometimes. I get bored. I go on Google sometimes. Like Jack.
Facts about
Yeah.
He
Jack.
thinks Jack
His,
is his family name.
His mum. Every time I have a kid, I'm going, I want the family name Jack to carry on.
Yeah.
Jack Junior.
It's just I'm just researching the family tree and it's just people called Jack.
Just researching the family tree. I'm related to Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mum wanted to be a dancer or something, and so she let kind of the family bring her up, not her, or something like that.
She must be gutted that like she left her kid to become famous, and then her kid became famous.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. I guess it's the whole family thing. I don't really appreciate a woman giving up her child, but if it was all done, where everyone was happy with the situation, then I suppose it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of those cases in those days had that sort of. If you came from a poor background, mainly I'd say that happened, didn't it? Where, your mother is your cousin and your grandparents are your brother and sister or whatever.
Yeah, it's the Carney way. I think Carney folk, isn't that what they do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, his mother was a circus clown.
Really?
Yeah, he has a mental story, doesn't he? Like, wasn't his mother-in-law was one of the people who was one of the leading leading protest groups trying to ban American Psycho from ever being released, the book that is from Bret Easton Ellis, and then Christian Bale obviously played the main guy in American
the remake,
Psycho, the movie, and then I think Christian Bale married that woman's daughter shortly after that.
Jesus.
Which is pretty interesting.
Wow.
Another fact as well about American Psycho that I just know is that Leonardo DiCaprio was the original choice to play. What's the main guy's name in American Psycho? How do I not know this?
What the
Seriously, how can I not know this?
the actor's name or
No,
it's
we
Christian
know it's
Bale.
Christian Bale, you idiot.
yeah, Patrick Bateman.
That's the one. How did I not know that? Fuck. I mean, I knew it. I just forgot it. But yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio was the studio's original choice to play Patrick Bateman, but they thought it would be too bad for his career if he did it. So Christian Bale did it, and I don't think his career has turned out too badly and all.
Yeah, I don't think it's gone downhill since then, is it?
Yeah, he was Batman, so I think he'll forever be Batman. I mean, what has Leonardo DiCaprio ever done? He's never been Batman, has he? Let's be fair. So
He hasn't.
He has been. People like this is gonna. It's not off topic. This whole fucking podcast is off topic.
This is off topic.
Like when people were complaining about him not winning the Oscar. So many people complained he didn't want to win the Oscar for The Wolf of Wall Street. He was good, but they complained, and then when asked about who won it, what's his name?
McConaughey won it, didn't he?
McConaughey.
Yeah.
When it was asked about him, like, do you think he should have won it? He goes, no, I didn't see the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people are thick.
No, but the people who complain about him not winning the Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street know nothing about the Oscars, because there is no way that a character as, like, the Oscars is a thing that's chosen by a bunch
it loves itself, basically.
It's chosen by a bunch of old,
yeah.
grey-haired white men. Do you
Who
think
love movies
that
so
they are
much.
gonna watch The Wolf of Wall Street and come away from it saying anything other than, oh, there's a lot of drugs and nudity and unnecessary swearing in that movie, wasn't there? That's why
Yeah.
it didn't win the Oscar, and that's why, like,
Yeah.
he won't win the Oscar if he keeps picking roles like that. But the fact about DiCaprio is that he actually doesn't give a fuck about the Oscars.
Yeah, he does not. No.
Like, people come up with all these fucking air quotes memes of him like, oh, I'm so sad I didn't win the Oscar, but he doesn't care. He literally doesn't care.
Yeah,
He's
if you
balling.
googled any picture of Leonardo DiCaprio, it's of him on a boat with like 17 Victoria's Secret models. He
Yeah.
does not give a shit about anything.
Your tweet was brilliant, by the way, during the hacking thing on the day that it happened. That DiCaprio tweet. I wish I retweeted it sooner because it deserved way higher numbers than it got, but it was brilliant.
I can't remember it.
It was like Leonardo DiCaprio is looking through all of these leaked pictures, saying have, need.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It is. It's so good. Right, I've just done like 3 facts in a row, so.
I'm gonna go with another Russell Crowe fact.
Oh, perfect.
So
this really gets us going.
Despite being Australian and they don't even like baseball, his favourite baseball team, however, is the Louisiana Truck Stops. So yeah, he's big fan. Goes to all the home games. Big truck stop fan.
Does he not go to any of the away games now?
Doesn't go to the away games. Doesn't have time. No, too busy beet farming and protecting his other nipples.
Too busy beet farming.
Now that's not to be mistaken with operating a beet farm, because he's not able to do that. When Loosemore says beet farming, he means sitting in a studio going, or however people make beats. How do people make beats? What do they do?
Computer.
They go like, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Well, except better, but you know.
Except
not that.
Better than yours. What was yours?
I don't know.
You sounded like you were joking.
I was. I was choking on the beat.
Oh, nice.
Some of these facts I'm reading, man. One of them was that Jessica Chastain's mother is a vegan chef. I don't give a fuck. That's not interesting.
That's not. Most of these come with the caveat of, facts that'll explode your brain. That doesn't explode anyone's.
Whoa,
anything.
Shut the hell up right now. Ryan Gosling and Sandra Bullock were once in a relationship for an entire year.
I knew that.
What?
No, they weren't.
Yes,
Ryan
they were.
Gosling's like 20 something, isn't he? No.
Yeah, but he's always been with older women.
Yep.
He's like 34.
His year's mid-30s.
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
And her Bullock's what? Getting on for 50?
She is.
Must
She's
be
50 now.
Yeah. So there's a big difference, but there was a thing.
Isn't he like the father of Eva Mendes's kid now?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, he's making his way through my childhood fantasies. The cunt. But I don't know why I acted like the fucking editor of OK Magazine there. I just went, whoa, shut up, Ryan Gosling.
Shut up.
Yeah. Shut the front door.
This week on Hello Magazine. But yeah, no, that's crazy because of the age gap mainly, and just because Ryan Gosling is, I don't know, Ryan Gosling's the man, isn't he? I guess
he is the man. Yeah.
Ben Stiller's brother is the actor who voices Squidward.
I don't even know what Squidward is.
You ever seen SpongeBob?
Nah.
Also, Ben Stiller's parents were the parents on Seinfeld. I think that's true.
Yeah, Ben Stiller's dad is the dad in King of
Seinfeld.
Queens.
Yeah, he was also. Was he Jerry's dad? No, he was. Jerry Stiller was obviously Ben Stiller's dad, and he was also the father in Seinfeld. But he was the father of his mate, not Seinfeld. I can't remember his name.
Isn't he still alive?
Who, Jerry Stiller?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because you said he was Ben Stiller's dad.
Oh, he stopped being Ben Stiller's dad. Yeah.
he stopped being in positive
adopted
influence.
Russell
He was
Crowe
like, fuck
instead.
this. I can't be his dad, yeah.
But he played Ben Stiller's dad in one of the movies. I think it was maybe Keeping the Faith or something like that.
Yeah, perhaps.
It was one of them, I'm sure. One of the many terrible movies he's been in recently. Although Keeping the Faith was alright because Ed Norton in it, you know.
He's 87. Fucking hell.
That's old.
That is old.
But Ben Stiller's got to be quite old, hasn't he? He's been going ages. They had the Ben Stiller show in like the late 80s. So
I don't know. I'm sick of Ben Stiller. No, I'm not actually, because Tropic Thunder is amazing.
That is such a great film.
It is. It's brilliant.
it's underrated, I think, because it didn't get a lot of like.
People didn't understand that it was satire. I don't.
One of them
No, I
was
don't
nominated for an Oscar, wasn't they? What's his name?
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Downey?
was.
Yeah.
And the irony of the whole thing is that he picked the guy he was playing in the movie was also an actor who would only pick roles that would win him the Oscar. So he was always going all out because he was the guy who covered his entire skin in whatever spray it was that made him black. And that was his whole thing in the movie, was that he would only pick roles that gave him Oscars. He was taking the piss out of actors who do that, and himself to a lesser extent.
Speaking of which, Russell Crowe facts.
He can't have won an Oscar before, can he?
He won an Oscar for Gladiator.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot about that film.
To be fair, Russell Crowe has been in a lot of good movies.
He won the award for Best Gladiator in Best Gladiator portrayal in a gladiator-based movie that year.
Yeah.
Did he actually win an Oscar for that movie? Because I just made that up.
Yeah, Gladiator won an Academy Award for Best Actor. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Well,
But like, you know, Beautiful Mind is a good movie. L.A. Confidential is a good movie. American Gangster is a good movie.
Which one is the crazy Australian who was really racist? Was that Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson.
Yes, that was Mel Gibson.
So what is it with Australian actors and being crazy? Have we any other Australian? No, because all the cast of Home and Away are all perfectly sane. So that's their problem, is that they were never grounded as kids and put in the Home and Away cast, and that's why they turned out the way they did.
Yeah, but Russell Crowe famously was in Neighbours, wasn't he?
I don't know. Neighbours is bullshit, Loosemore. You're not getting this. You know what I mean?
Sorry, you're definitely in the Home and Away camp, aren't you?
Neighbours is like Coronation Street. Home and Away is like EastEnders.
I'm trying to think like who else is Australian in.
Good,
no, I'm not. Home and Away is really good though. I haven't watched it in about 10 years, but rest assured it is one of the best things to have ever graced any television screen anywhere in the world.
I'm trying to think of other like Australian actors, like main ones. Eric Bana. He's Australian, isn't he? I think he is.
That's mad.
He is,
yeah. I suppose you got Hugh Jackman.
I only really remember him from Black Hawk Down, though.
Hugh Jackman is actually brilliant.
I've seen Eric Bana in a film recently, but I can't remember what.
The Time Traveler's Wife.
Not that one.
What did I see him in recently as well? We probably saw the same movie.
Yeah, let me go on his IMDb page, because I have definitely seen him. Heath Ledger wasn't he? He was Australian.
Just us going on people's IMDb pages.
This has been one of the worst ones. He was in Lone Survivor. That's the one. I didn't see that though.
Funny bit. No, yeah, I did see Funny People, but that's 2009.
I bet you that was garbage.
He was Finding Nemo. What? He wasn't Nemo.
He was Anchor.
He was the snake. The snake? There's no snake. He was the shark.
I actually like
this
make
is
fun
this
of
is
these
news.
celebrity facts things that may explode your brain, but Jack's actually brain has just exploded finding out about. Yeah.
I know, yeah. God, like, imagine what Jack would have been like in school, like just reading a book and just.
Jesus did what?
Nah, that's bollocks, mate.
He never did.
I love the pretty famous fact about Jim Carrey that he was a janitor, wasn't he, supporting his whole family when he was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
I love Jim Carrey. I saw a speech of his the other day.
His dad was an accountant, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he did a whole speech about it at some graduation thing.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of,
if you can fail at what you don't want to do, so why not do something you do want to do? Why not try something you do want to do? Sorry.
Yeah, because it's better to fail at something you want to do.
Yeah, he said
he
said his dad wanted to be like an actor, a comedian, sorry, but he didn't think it would ever make him any money, so he wanted to support the family, so he became a what's it called, an accountant, and then he got sacked from that, and so he said you can fail at something you don't want to do, so just try something you do want to do.
I think that's the way everyone should live. To be honest,
I don't like when celebrities say things like that, because like it's really easy for you.
It's very easy for them to say.
Yeah.
It's the same as that fucking if money didn't matter thing. It's just, yeah, it's so easy. All you have to do is, you know...
Hold on.
Instead of not failing, or instead of failing, just don't fail.
Yeah. Tim Allen. We all know Tim Allen, don't we?
Yeah, he's got some crazy shit in his closet.
Arrested in 1978 for 1.4 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah. Do you know Sean Penn?
Yeah, I do know, yeah.
In the 80s... I think it was in the 80s, Sean Penn like tied Madonna to a chair and beat the living shit out of her for like 2 hours or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, one of the fucking leading Hollywood like left-leaning populist type guys when it comes to politics, and that's what he does when he's in the privacy of his own home. Although to be fair, I do think, because John Lennon used to beat the shit out of his wife too. And like, while that is totally not on, I do think that you can try and change the world while acknowledging that you're a bit of a cunt as well. So I probably shouldn't use it against them if they are making a positive difference elsewhere. Well, no, I can use it against them all I want, because let's face it, it's a fucking horrible thing to do. Any kind of domestic abuse is, but...
Matthew McConaughey is terrified of revolving doors.
I know a few people who are like that.
Yeah,
There
but
is
there's
some
people
weird
who, like,
phobias,
don't
isn't
like,
there?
Don't like escalators or whatever, and they just get freaked out by stuff like that. And you just think,
There's people say why, but they don't have a reason for
they
it.
don't
It's
have
just
a,
in
no,
them.
they never
It's
have a
just-
reason. Yeah.
it's
Well,
just
that's what
in
a
their head.
phobia is. It's irrational.
Yeah, it's an irrational fear or something.
I don't like revolving doors because, like, what if you were in it on that weird merry-go-round thing, and then like someone threw in like a hand grenade, and then you're stuck in that little. Well, I suppose what if you were on a bus and someone threw in a hand grenade? What if you were doing anything and someone just threw a hand grenade?
What if you had a what if you had a hand grenade?
I think I've got a fear of hand grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like revolving doors, but it's more like the social kind of aspect of it.
Yeah, it's
where
awkward.
there's
right?
someone already walking in there, you kind of give them a little smile, and then they do a shit little laugh, and you're like, yeah, and then like one of you just sort of walks in, and it's really slow, and like you have to think it out miles in advance where you're going.
I saw a great thing on Cracked
Not that much
today.
thought goes into going through a revolving door, Jack. To be fair.
Well, it's about the one thing I do put some thought into.
I saw a thing on Cracked that was like, it was something to do with, you know, those things that you get worked up about in public situations, like getting on the tube. Like, what if the tube isn't there, or like what if you're getting on it and there's no other space anywhere on it, and it's so
What if I get a
awkward.
bad haircut?
The whole world is those
What
types
if the
of
barbers?
things. The thing on Cracked said, just imagine that everybody else is having that exact same mini panic attack in their head right now. And then
I think that's an amazing way to look at stuff.
I mean, I've talked about. I don't know. I wouldn't talk about it on the podcast. My fear of barbers. You've got fear of barbers,
yeah.
but mine's a bit more specific. My
Yeah.
fear of is what if there's a fire. That's it. I don't want to get my hair
But
cut.
then, what if there's a fire anywhere?
No, anyway, if I'm getting my hair cut, there's a fire, and I walk out with half a haircut.
That's what you
So
should have
just
led with.
shave your hair off.
No, but I don't want to. I have to walk through the street with this half a haircut.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, shaving your hair off isn't a viable option well, in fairness, when is there gonna, like, what barbers have you been in where there could possibly be a fire? They're all tiny little rooms where there's a door right next to you.
Yeah. You literally
Yeah.
walk in the front door and then sit down a foot from the door, essentially.
No, I just sort of I do. I just sit there in the chair, and it's all that's going through my head the entire time.
What if there's a fire?
What if there's a fire? I've never questioned one of them about it.
You probably should, because they'd probably be better than the usual fucking lame conversations they
I know my barber, so I don't have that situation.
Alright.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, right.
I get my hair cut like maybe 3 times a year in a good year, and I go to a different barber every time, so...
I just don't go. I just wait till my hair gets to 6 months growth, and then I just shave the fucker off.
Yeah, I used to do that, but then I stopped shaving it because it was just annoying, because I ended up looking like a newborn baby every 6 months.
I mean, I have to get my hair cut every like 3 weeks or so.
You have
'Cause
to.
Yeah, it goes too quick.
Yeah, that's what normal people do. Like, that's really weird to me, having to go and get your hair cut every week. I can't imagine doing that every
Yeah,
3
me neither.
weeks, whatever. Like, that's something that would just be... Like, that's every month I have to have a panic attack.
But maybe if you went every 3 weeks, you wouldn't have the panic attack.
No, I go every 3 weeks, and I still think about fire.
Well, you're generally just fucked up.
I think I go more than a lot of other people, so
You think about fire all the time, though.
I don't think about fire a lot.
You're
don't
never
think
not
I don't
thinking
think-
about fire.
I don't think about a lot.
Jack, can you just put the matches down while you're talking to me, and I'll at least believe what you're trying to say?
You could just imagine me sort of sitting in a room, just like lighting a match and looking at the fire for a minute
Yeah.
till it burns out or burns my hand. I burned my hand today. I did. I can't cook anything or microwave anything without burning my hands.
I'm impressed to know how you can burn your hand by microwave and stuff. Do you touch the bowl immediately after?
Yeah,
Do you
I
not
just
know, are you
I
not
don't
aware
think
about
about
the
it.
existence of oven mitts? Is that what your problem
no,
is?
yeah, no. I just every time it buzzes, and I just grab it.
Do you ever see? Do you know in Malcolm in the Middle, remember when Reese was just a really good cook, and it was like the one thing that disciplined him was the ability to cook, and he took pride in it and everything. And
No.
there was one episode where he was cooking the family dinner. I think it was for Thanksgiving or something. And Francis's girlfriend, what was her name? Like Mona or something.
God knows.
Yeah, no one knows. Well, she was in the kitchen with Reese, and he had timed everything to perfection because he was a crazy perfectionist cook. And like the turkey had to come out of the oven at that exact time, and he couldn't find the oven mitts, and he was like, "There's no time. I have to do it now." And she was like, "No, Reese, don't do it." And he just puts his hands in the oven, takes the turkey out, and he's like, "Ah, free up some space. I need to put it down." And she's like, "Where?" And he just goes, "Moves the oven mitts."
I've actually seen that. I've seen that scene. Someone
It's
put it
so
down, yeah.
good. Malcolm in the Middle was so good. Like such a great TV show.
It was great.
I miss it. I want to
Then
watch
Frankie
it.
Muniz was killed, right?
He actually had a stroke at like
Did
the age
he?
of 21 or something. Yeah, which is crazy.
Really?
I know someone who's had like heart problems that early. It is weird. Just like, how?
Yeah, I know.
They may have a weak heart, Jack. That's not that weird.
I've heart problems, to be fair, so it's not actually that weird at all.
I don't.
I don't really have problems. I just get
A third of the
palpitations,
people in
like-
this call have heart problems.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I get palpitations like really easily, like a few pints, and then I think I don't know. I've went to the doctor about it several times, and what I actually think it is that I have something wrong with my ears, so that like the sound of my heart beating is like linked straight into my ear canal. So sometimes when I'm lying in bed, all I can hear is that's
What, and that gives you panic attack or whatever?
No, it's just the fact that you can hear your heartbeat so loudly is really uncomfortable. So you try and, like if you hear a pattern that you're in control of, you'll try and break it or whatever. It's one of those things that like listening to it over and over and over is really not a
It's
healthy
kind of.
thing.
It's like torture.
Yeah, it's like torture.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
suppose,
water
yeah.
torture or something, isn't it?
Yeah, the drip torture. That's one where they lie you under a tiny drip of water that
It's
it
Chinese
continuously
water torture,
drips.
isn't it?
And but hours later, every drip feels like a bullet.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. I think Carrie from Mythbusters did it, and she didn't last that. Like she lasted less than half an hour, I think, if I remember it right.
No, really.
Yeah, because it's like
I think
it's-
because most of us have that thing where if you hear a tap dripping, you want to turn it off.
Yeah.
So if you can't ever turn it off, that would be torture,
Yeah.
I guess, which is where they get the name from. So, yeah.
Well, no, but it's the way that it pierces your skull. Like it actually feels like it's burying itself into your head, like it's digging a hole in your head. Like
Oh, really?
yeah,
Yeah, because it's just something hitting the same spot.
it's not just they're sitting there like, will someone turn that goddamn tap off?
It's born from like Chinese people, isn't it?
I thought it was Japanese, but
I have heard the phrase Chinese water torture. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm basing it on.
I just thought that because the Japanese kept American soldiers hostage in World War II, I thought it was something to do with that.
That does make sense because that's
yeah, that
when
does
they.
make sense.
But have you heard
there
of
was
the...
there was a big ruckus, so that is.
Well, then the
that's
Chinese
fine,
did
isn't
invent a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Did you hear about the Vietnamese bamboo torture?
it? They put bamboo. They strap it to you.
No,
Because
they
isn't it-
strap you to a tree and they plant some bamboo like under you, and the bamboo stick grows an inch a day or 3 inches a day or something like that.
3 inches a
oh
day.
yeah.
And they keep you alive, and eventually it grows into you and through you, which
Nice.
is pretty fucked up. What's your favorite torture technique?
This podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good,
definitely this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The last one was
there's
pretty
people at
bad, but
home
this
putting their
one's
head.
worse.
There's people
Yeah.
at home putting their head under a tap.
The last one I was really happy with. The last one, the one before it, not so much. The one before that was brilliant. The one before that was brilliant. The one before that was brilliant. They were all brilliant.
There was just the one in the middle, wasn't there?
I
This
think-
one's been fine. I think this one's been fine.
I think episode 21 was my least favorite. I was least happy with it, but other people seem to enjoy it. But that's one thing, I don't really get a whole lot of feedback about the actual production or the actual like the bones of the. Yeah, I just sort of get like, oh, that was a funny moment or whatever. I don't even know if people like this show, to be honest. I don't even know if people like me. They probably all hate me. No,
yeah.
if you like the show, definitely comment.
If you want me to never appear on this show again,
No, don't say it, Jack, because they will all comment saying that you should never appear on the show again.
I'm the heart and soul of this now. I don't.
You're definitely not the heart and soul.
If you would like to see, or listen rather, to a show that's just Jack and Loosemore, leave a comment.
I wouldn't.
Leave a comment saying I end.
I don't think
lives."
Loosemore's agreed to this.
No, it doesn't matter. I'll just torture him with it. I can do what I want.
I mean, whenever we're in Skype calls like me and Elle, just us two. Like he invites someone in as quick as he can, just so it's not us two there.
Yeah, I don't think I could go on as myself. I'd have to go on as like pretending to be Christopher Walken or something.
We should do a therapist hour where I talk through something through my problems.
That's my Christopher Walken.
Fuck was that?
That's my Christopher Walken impression.
Could we do like a segment? If we could turn this into a proper radio show, we could do a segment where like Jack tries to help people with their problems.
Yeah, emailing your problems.
No,
start an email address.
Can we do a pilot of it now? Right, I'll find you a problem and I'll read it out. I'll go to Dear Deirdre or something, and I want you to give honest advice. This could make you. This could be the
end of the podcast. Yeah, how we end each week. Jack solves a problem.
No, but worst comes to worst, I'll make an email address. People can email me their problems.
Oh, you know what? Make an Ask FM because they can send it anonymously without having to make an account.
Yeah, do an Ask FM. Link the Ask FM to the midnight hour as well.
Should I join Ask FM?
Yeah, do it. But first, I'm actually going to find you a problem that I want you to solve right now. This is your pilot. This is your audition. So don't ask Harrison Ford if he'll help you because he'll end up getting the part. Right, Dear Deirdre is all about sex now, so that's not good. Where can you find... I'll just Google I have a problem.
Don't you have like live commentary questions that people would have sent you that maybe have problems?
140 characters isn't enough to I don't want Jack to answer with just one sentence because that's what he usually does, so I want to find something.
To be fair, his answer will definitely be fuck off you cunt, so it's not.
No, he has to do this seriously. This is happening.
This is actually happening.
This is happening.
I wonder if I can get just that.
Oh, what can I can't find anything because I'm not good at Googling stuff.
Oh, can't we just put like dear
I already looked that up. It's all sex stuff.
The username Dear Jack Brown is available. But no, I don't know. Let's go with Jack Brown _
Yeah, do it. I'll put it in the description, and people have to send in like not legitimate problems, but problems that people legitimately have. Does that make sense?
What's that?
Never mind. It made sense.
If someone has a legitimate question, I will answer it.
Right. Let's haveigotAproblem.com.
Can I answer that now?
Yeah,
yes, you do.
Have you read the one where it's Dear Deirdre, my mum's dog attacked our postman. I tried to help him, then one thing led to another, and now I'm pregnant. Oh dear.
Alright, Jack, one. I have one.
I'm ready for this.
Right. Now you need to digest a lot of information here. Do you want me to speak really slowly to keep up so that your brain can keep up, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really slow because it's a podcast.
My geography teacher hates me because he found out I had feelings for him 7 months ago. Now, even though he knows I don't have those feelings for him, he has decided to refuse me geography at higher level. We used to have a great teacher-pupil relationship, and now he won't even look at me. I even took an overdose to show how much pain I am in, and nothing has changed with the situation. Well, I can't deal with it anymore. Now it has spread around my school that I am suicidal and I self-harm. It's true, but I don't know how it got out. It is unbelievable, unfair, and I am not going to let him treat me like that for another year. He needs to treat me like every other pupil. I miss him so much as my teacher, and I would rather be dead than be treated like this for another year. I have a counsellor, I've been to a doctor, hospital, and also seen a psychologist. What can I do now as my last attempt to change my life?
Fuck me.
I believe that's not a viable alternative to the geography teacher.
Me, you cunt.
Fucking hell. Fucked up or what? Right.
You'd be such a great therapist.
I was about to say, you just need to seek professional help, but I think you've got a counsellor.
And a psychologist.
And a psychologist.
You, Jack, and you
get a new psychologist. Get a new counsellor.
Because counsellors are useless. They do literally.
Forget your counsellor. I didn't need one. I still don't need one.
Look how I turned out.
I'm alright, innit?
Did you have a school counsellor? I don't think we ever had one.
No.
We had one in my school.
It's so hard to tell the solution to this problem. Honestly, I hope none of the people that are going to Ask FM have this problem.
Jack,
this
they're
exact
all gonna
same
have problems like this. They're not going to be how do you know, something to do with USB.
My TV doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I could never be a fucking psychologist.
Not if you just laugh at the person's problem.
Yeah, they sit down in the chair. You go, head back now. Tell me your problem. They tell you the problem, and you go, fuck me.
They start saying a few wings. I just start giggling.
Yeah. Yeah, stick your headphones on, and listen to Katy Perry the whole time.
I don't know what to say.
I would say, try and speak to the
That's
geography teacher.
That would be my first advice. Speak to the geography teacher, and see if there's anything, not anything you can do, because there's nothing you can do, but just heart to heart, in a non-sexual way.
Be honest.
Be honest with him and tell him
Yeah.
that there is no feelings. You just need to be taught by him again.
Yeah. Tell him that you fucking love geography.
Tell him you'll kill yourself if you don't speak to him.
Yeah, you fucking love mountains so hard that mountains are geography. Yeah.
I love geography more than you ever
More
loved
than
your
life.
geography teacher. Yeah, I think that's problem solved.
Nailed it. Yeah.
She's fine now. She's living a great life now.
To be fair, if she listens to the podcast, she's just been healed.
Maybe not when I started laughing.
No, but you know, if she stayed past the laughter.
Yeah.
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 How did I do, Al?
I fucked off on purpose there, just to see how you guys would hold up the show by yourselves.
And you thought amazingly well, right?
Hold on, I've got another question here for Jack. It's
Can we make it
titled,
not as completely mental?
it's titled, I've ruined my life. Oh no,
good.
actually, this one's really sad. It starts off with death, and we can't be doing that.
We just had potential suicide in the last one.
Yeah, as if this is much better.
Yeah, I don't want to start with it though, because it's... Alright, here's a good one. This one.
Right.
Dear Jack Bryan, I've
That is
been
me.
through 2 jobs in just 1 year. The first I quit because I did not receive the hours they had promised me. The other I was fired for data entry errors, which actually may have been made by lenders going back into the system, changing numbers I had endorsed. Problem is, with such short periods of work in addition to a termination, I feel it is working against me securing new employment, and I don't know what answer to give when asked why I left my last job. Please help with any answers you might have. I've been out of work for 8 months and now my dole won't last forever.
Change your name.
This is usually, yeah, when people talking about not getting a job, it's because they don't have qualifications, which I always say just lie about your qualifications. But this is a job that you have to have on your CV. I mean, if it's only short space of work, their first one, it sounds such a cheeky way, but leave that second job, completely leave it off your CV.
Yeah.
Completely leave it off, because if it's only a few months, then they'll only see it as an extra couple of months gap, and they won't judge you more for having an 8-month gap than they will 10-month gap or so.
I would still change my name. Go to the place, change your name. Like in a business, if you're having a really shitty time as a business, you just change your name, don't you?
Yeah,
Well,
you close the business down and start again.
Yeah.
You got to get new eyeballs and new fingerprints as well.
No,
though.
do what I said. Just completely leave that last job off your CV.
But if you're looking to go for something much harder, just go straight for change your name. Yeah.
Change your name to Bill Gates
Yeah.
and
Wear a fake
Bill
mustache.
Bill Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Lord Bill
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
Lord, yeah.
Lord Bill Zuckerberg. You got A stars on everything, including geography, even though you loved your teacher.
Yeah, all of these problems are from the same person. It's a suicidal 15-year-old girl who has gone through 2 jobs in the last 8 months.
I can't help think this is another success story.
Yeah.
You just healed another person.
You've cracked the code.
You're like a modern Mother Teresa.
I could be a psychologist. I couldn't help that geography one because she's just clearly fucked up. But you know, I nailed it once again.
Yeah, I mean, this should come with a caveat of people with problems. But if you're fucked up, don't you know? Don't
if you're
bother.
completely fucked up, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
But if you're just a little bit, then might be able to help.
In other news, a woman is dead.
Wanna sing?
Sing?
Do you know he's got the whole world in his hands?
Yes, I do.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world. Come on. He's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Sing with me, children, little bitty babies.
That's what is going on.
I did it.
I went.
I went.
I have went.
I had done and went.
So yeah, we should get sponsored by something.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Get your Pop-Tarts.
I like that I waited for about 4 seconds, which felt like about 10 minutes for you to follow it up with.
I thought the joke just went dead. There was nothing there.
Eat them.
Right, pre-order this item today. Wonder when they sell or deliver it.
You might get it the day before, you might get it the day after. Isn't that how it works?
No, Amazon always do it at least on a day.
Really? They won't do it in Ireland, I don't.
I've never had it not on the day.
What, are you talking about Amazon Prime?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I'm just pre-ordering Destiny for Tuesday.
Oh yeah, if you pre-order, yeah, it'll come on the day, yeah. Or even earlier, actually, sometimes.
About we get sponsored by, I don't know.
Well, now we've got to be sponsored by Amazon, surely.
Amazon.
I don't think they'll agree to it.
Get all your stuff.
No, that's the Amazon. I don't think they'll agree to this sponsorship.
Yeah, that's it.
We're unofficially sponsored by Amazon.
We're unofficially sponsored by everything.
Yeah. We're officially sponsored by El De Niro, the best FIFA YouTuber. Check out
what
his
was that
channel
that
now.
happened last week with the Run DMC? What was that all about?
Are we sponsored by Run DMC?
What?
He sponsors us now.
He's not a. It's Run DMC is a.
Rev Run is one of Run DMC.
Yeah, it's Run DMC and Jam Master J.
So which one are we sponsored by, DM or C?
Oh dear.
You know what? When I tweeted saying Run DMC have hit me with a copyright claim, one of my mates replied, "You should have told him he can't touch this." And I was like, "Have you just thought that MC Hammer is Run DMC?"
That's genius.
It's not genius at all.
Was it Jakku?
No.
It was actually me on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Right, Destiny is pre-ordered.
Is it any good?
It's supposed to be amazing. I haven't even played it. Apparently the
Christian's
beta was
played
great.
the beta.
He said it was good, didn't
Yeah, but he likes all first-person shooter stuff.
he? Yeah, so do I suppose. Except Call of Duty.
Apparently, you get the if you get a PS4 with it, you get a really cool white PS4.
Yeah, you can get a white one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I want.
don't know if you get a white
I'm
one
kind
or
of
not.
jealous when Honor gets it.
I could just dip mine in Tipex and it'd be a white one.
I wouldn't advise it.
I would.
What?
Just exploded.